gonna touch a lot of people. So, forgiving, right? Forgiving people. Why I gotta forgive that person? Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? Why do I have to? It was them that did it to me. It was them that did it. Why should I forgive them for what they did to me? I'm validated for what they did. They need to face my fury. They need to face my wrath. Or they shouldn't have did that to me. Forgiving. Why is forgiving really needed, man? Do people even know what forgiving even mean? I don't know. Why is forgiveness needed? Forgiveness. That's a topic, Lord. I'm gonna need you to take control right now. Man, come on in. We're gonna talk about this. Why forgiveness is needed. Why forgiveness is needed. We're gonna talk about it. All right, look. Forgiveness is needed so you can be set free. You get set free when you forgive that person. Like this is like the key for real. Forgiving your neighbor, forgiving your brother, forgiving your sister, forgiving your parents, forgiving people who did you wrong. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, man. If you got trouble with, unforgiveness, then it's the video for you. Anybody who got trouble with this, any bitterness or something like that, I know a lot of people got this problem. Cause they did you wrong in the past, so it's like you gotta get them back. And because they did you wrong, they need to face the consequences. Karma need to be happening right now, right here and there now. Or I ain't gonna let this up because they shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have stole from me. They shouldn't have lied to me. You know what I'm saying? So why the heck should I forgive them for that? Why should we forgive? I understand that question. Why should we forgive? Is it even a real reason for us to forgive, folks? We're gonna talk about it, bro. Man, my name Caleb and I'm on fire for the mind of Jesus Christ. And if you wanna get on fire, then I'm a life coach and I can help you with these things, God got me as a service, so I'm supposed to serve everybody and help people out with stuff like this. If you need help with forgiving, I can help you forgive that person. You know what I'm saying? We make up a plan for this. And I'm going to point you towards Jesus Christ because he the one who forgave everybody for their sins, So we're going to hop right into it, man. So the biggest importance of forgiving is because forgiving somebody else is not really for them. It's really for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why on earth are you going to lose out on your sleep? You going to lose out on your day because that person did something to you earlier that they said something you don't like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they might have did you wrong. And I understand that because, especially somebody reject you, right? But you try to help out. You try to help out a brother, right? And you trying to do them right. You try to do something right for the first time. You try to do something right for the first time, and they treat you like trash. They basically lied on you. They lied to you this whole time. Let's say you in a relationship and you with a girl or you with a dude and you been with them for however long, bro, and they been lying to you this whole time. They was cheating on you. That's gonna make you mad. Somebody cheat on you. That's gonna make you mad. That's gonna make you bitter. That's gonna make you really wanna go off on them. But the biggest way to make somebody mad is really stomp on them for real is by your success. That's the best way to get back on somebody. you proceed with your life and you start doing better. You start improving yourself. You know what I'm saying? You start eating good. You start getting that financial literacy. You start getting the word of God. You start learning more. You start improving yourself. Bro, you doing them way better because they probably still in that same witch's pit. They probably still doing the same thing that they've been doing. Just stealing other people, you know what I'm saying, shine. So the biggest thing you can do is forgive. If you forgive them for what they did, you can proceed on into your future, to your next blessing that God wants for you. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't really understand how God works. If you forgive that person, if you forgive whoever did you wrong, God gonna forgive you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to sin, like ain't nobody is like God not a respecter of persons. So whoever was a sin, thank you for coming in, thank you for watching. So whoever was a sin, they instantly supposed to go to hell. But it's like because God loved us so much, he forgave us for that. And it's like if he willing to forgive us for something that we supposed to just straight up go to hell for, people don't understand that. It's a spiritual realm. So if you don't forgive that person, you have better than society. The enemy can take hold of that and use you to persecute and hurt other people. You know what I mean? So because you didn't forgive that person the first time, and the second time they did it, you still didn't forgive them, and it just keep on going over and over and over again, you gonna have that bitterness in your heart and you gonna feel upset. You know what I'm saying? So every time you go into a new relationship, you gonna be holding out baggage, that weight from the last relationship. You know what I mean? And it's gonna cloud your thinking. So every time you see somebody, you gonna think that they out to get you. It's gonna make you feel, you gonna have like insecurities. Insecurities is basically, if somebody say something to you, you can't take it. Like somebody try to correct you or somebody start making fun of you, you can't take it to the point where you gotta lash out. You gotta defend yourself. You gotta defend your name. You know what I mean? That usually come from like a sense of pride and a sense of like insecurities. You know, so that's the biggest thing, man. Like if you don't forgive somebody right then and there, the enemy can use you and make you, you know what I'm saying, respond in your flesh. Like the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You know, and if you trying to follow Christ, or if you just trying to live a better life, you know what I mean? Forgiving is the key, man. Because if you don't forgive, how they gonna forgive you or whoever? You know, like how God gonna forgive you? You don't forgive yourself. The biggest thing is forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for treating yourself bad. Forgive yourself for you letting certain things happen to yourself that put you in a predicament, in a position that will not lead you to succeed. If you just forgive yourself for procrastinating, if you forgive yourself for that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest thing, is just forgiving. You got to be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to work on this. You know? If you just try to work on yourself, you try to work on certain things to improve yourself, it's like, don't just stay down in that lower vibration. Don't stay down in that low mental zone, you know, because that's where the enemy resides in. The enemy gonna lie to you. He gonna, you ain't nothing. You ain't gonna never be nothing. You always gonna be like this. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. You know, God don't love you. Like, that's what the enemy gonna say. He gonna say that to you and make you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, like, if somebody done did something to you and you ain't forgive them, then he gonna use that as bitterness. You know, if you see somebody else succeeding, if you see like your brother and sister, right? I seen this happen. I seen this girl. Her sister got the same car that she the oldest sibling, right? And she got a little sister. They parents bought her car, and then they bought her little sister a car, but they got the same exact car. She like, yo, like this is some BS. You know what I'm saying? I feel better because why would you get them the same car I got? You know what I mean? But it's like, instead of thinking like, oh, like I'm blessed that I have a car that they bought for me, like That's what it is. Being unforgiving is kind of like a sense of like entitlement. I guess to kind of like break free from that is really just to self-reflect. You gotta count your blessings, man. Count your blessings. Cause I had that same problem, like feeling like I need this, I need that, you know. And this is what I'm destined to have. If you forgive your parents, if you give certain people for not giving you all of the tools that they didn't give you, cause you gotta forgive them because your parents taught you everything that they knew. You know what I'm saying? And their parents taught them everything that they knew. So the things that they don't know, they can't teach you. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to forgive. Like, if somebody ain't got no parent in their life, you gotta forgive your parents because you feel upset. Cause the thing is, you feel upset because your parent ain't been in your life. But like, once you become understanding that their parents might have treated them even worse, you know what I mean? Or maybe if they was in your life, it would have been worse off. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single day that you're alive, it's a big blessing because you get another chance. You know what I mean? Once you start counting them up, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you really start to look at the bigger picture, because it's really a mindset. Like, once you got a mind of Jesus Christ, you're going to start looking at things from a whole new light, man. You're going to start to really understand that we battle not against flesh and blood. But, like, it's a spiritual battle against spiritual wickedness in high places. These are, like, wicked spirits that are flowing through people that make people do bad things. It's spirits that make people want to rob and steal and kill, you know what I'm saying? It's spirits that make you want to do this. But, like, once you forgive them, you'll understand, you step back, they did this because maybe when they in their childhood, they were traumatized and they seen a murder, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they got shot at or something, you know what I'm saying? Or they seen their parents get raped, you feel me? Or seen their parents get beat and molested and stuff. So it's like those wicked seeds, like, that's bad, right? Like, that would be bad in anybody conscious. Don't nobody want to witness no murder right in front of them as a kid. Like, that's obviously wrong. But some people don't think that's wrong. But that's wrong. That's not right. Especially according to the Bible. That's sin, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about sin is, like, you can't win with sin. You feel me? Like, if somebody do you wrong, then, like, with men, if somebody do you wrong, you supposed to do them wrong times 10. You know what I'm saying? Somebody cross you supposed to cross them back. But that's not what God wants, because He created everybody. He created everybody supposed to be equal. You feel me? Because we all flesh and blood. Since we all flesh and blood, you gotta understand that we all have flaws. And if everybody was to understand that we all got flaws and got things that we got, demons that we gotta face and demons that we gotta, you know what I'm saying, like come against, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with the blood of Jesus Christ. That's why, like, grace is really needed. So, like, once you really understand that everybody's not perfect, you know, you really start to see, like, why forgiveness is very, like, important. Because once you forgive them for what they did to you, then God can forgive you and then provide more grace and strength for you to help those people out. That's what, like, humility is needed. Humility is needed because it's so much hatred in this world. It's so much killing. It's so much murder. You know what I'm saying? So much pride and arrogance. Because ain't nobody really taught the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then the teachers that's out here, they teaching false doctrines. You know what I'm saying? I mean, thank you for coming in. It's a lot of people that are out here teaching, like, not the right stuff. So then somebody teaching you the wrong doctrine, and somebody teaching you something that they know and they think is right, but it's not right. And then you go out doing something wrong to somebody else. It's like a never-ending cycle, you know, that everybody's just doing wrong. Everybody just getting the best of somebody else because they feel entitled that they need to have that. You know what I mean? Like, if everybody would just forgive and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to let that. It stops here. It stops with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where, like, generational curses come at. Like things like drinking. You know what I'm saying? Drinking and smoking and like gambling. You know what I'm saying? Lying. Like, these are, like, generational curses that can be passed down from your parents and their parents and their parents. It's passed down. It's like, it don't just start off like, oh, like, who am I? What am I? No, like you gotta look at your family, look at your past, look at your history, figure out who you are. You gotta know who you are. Once you go back, you can see like where things went wrong at, because history just repeats itself. And once you see that all of these wars and all of these fights and things, it all come from unforgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel as though that they did you wrong, so they need to suffer right now. But the thing, when you follow in Christ, you see that God is always just. He's a just God. So whether you know it or not, even though they did something wrong to you, justice is gonna be served. It may not be right then and there, but later on it's gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, if somebody was to murder somebody, right? Do you know that person ain't gonna never sleep? He ain't gonna never sleep. Because there's literally is no rest for the wicked. It's written in God's word. And it's true too, because people literally can't sleep because they eat. Because like if you keep on going by your own understanding, if you keep on thinking that you always right, and you keep like this, like narcissistic behavior. If you keep on like coming at people in a way like, oh yeah, like nah, that was you. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have made a mistake, and you know in your head like, okay, I messed up, but I ain't gonna let them know that I messed up. Man, that's pride. Like, you know, like, but if somebody's coming in that way, you gotta forgive, because you can't let they wickedness rub off on you. You feel me? So the best thing to do is like really just kind of like stay away from them. But I'm saying like with Christ, he said, I seen you amongst sheep amongst wolves, so be wise as serpents, as innocent and innocent as doves. So what he meant was, when you amongst the wolves, when you amongst these people that be lying around you and stuff, you gotta be smart. You gotta be they never be the smartest person in the room. So you gotta understand, like, okay, forgiveness is key. You feel me? Because it's really a battle. It's a war. Like this, when you out in the world, this is a fight, man. Every single day is a fight, bro. And you gotta be equipped with the full armor of Jesus Christ to be able to win, or you gonna be manipulated. You gonna anything. You could die out there. You feel me? Like everybody know that the world evil, the world wicked, the world cold. You know what I mean? And it's either you gonna turn into a wolf, or you gonna be, you feel me, or you gonna be smart enough to hang with the wolves. Pretty much. It's either you gonna become a wolf, or you gonna be smart enough to hang with the wolves, or you gonna be eaten up by the wolves. You know? So it's like, you really gotta play your cards right. The biggest thing is forgiving, because you don't want that bitterness and that hurt and that pain to start to manipulate you and start swaying you which in every way. You know what I'm saying? This is why there's strippers, this is why there's gangbangers, this is why there's like, this is why it's chaos. It's because it's unforgiveness in people's heart. People don't want to believe something to be true, so then they gotta make up psychologically, they gotta make up a certain area in their mind that they can control it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is an insane person. You gotta make up in your mind, okay, this is right, this is right. Boom, put this here, put this here. And if anything breaks through, I gotta handle that. I'm gonna have to fight that. I'm gonna have to fight with all my life. Because the thing is, it's really just feel about fear. And if somebody is scared, then they're usually gonna respond a certain way. You know what I'm saying? With fight or flight. It's only two different ways you're gonna do. Fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? But if you think in a different type of way, if you think with the mind of Christ, you're gonna forgive them and think like, okay, like, biggest thing would be like, what would Jesus do? Like, people don't really know what Jesus would really do, because they don't like read their word and like really meditate on it and ask God for understanding and really like pray and seek the face of Jesus, so he can really bring you the understanding that it's not just what you see. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole unseen world that you don't see. But it's like, if you don't understand it, if you don't have the knowledge to know what's really going on and what you're dealing with, then you're not going to be able to handle it the way that you're supposed to. You could still be following a loophole, going through the same thing over and over and over again. This is why people go insane, because the same thing keep going over and over and over again. This is why people go into those mental institutions. This is why people go to drugs. This is why people lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? And they see all of these things. But it's because God word to say that my people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge, and acknowledge him in all your ways so he can direct your path. It's a reason because of this. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't forgive, then we fall into the category of the enemy ground. You know what I mean? The enemy works in unforgiveness. The enemy works in bitterness. The enemy works in anger. You know what I'm saying? The lust and stuff like that. Since the enemy work in these areas, he has that territory. Sin is Satan territory. So he gonna work in that. So you ain't gonna never have that peace that you need. You ain't gonna never have that love, that joy, that you ain't never really witnessed before. All you know is one way, but it's a whole nother lifestyle, and it's a whole nother thing if you just to step out on faith, step out onto the unknown that you don't really know. So whenever you feel fear, do the exact opposite of what you think you should do. You know what I mean? Like somebody say something mean to you, like you usually be like, whoa, what? Just try to do the exact opposite. You'll see, like it's hard. It's super hard. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't made for everybody. Like, following Christ, it ain't for everybody. You feel me? But only the strong survive. You know? But man, look, if y'all need help with this stuff, man, forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key. I do want to say that forgiveness is key, and anybody can forgive. Since I explained to y'all why we should forgive, then everybody should definitely see. Thank you for coming in, man. I'm actually wrapping it up now. Forgiveness is key, and once you forgive, you can be set free from a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? You can be set free from certain sins, certain strongholds on people that they can't be set free from, but from forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Once you forgive them, God gonna forgive you, you know, and everything will be coming back together. But man, look, y'all can watch the replay, man. I send everybody peace, man. Whoever stayed to the end, receive this message, man, because it's a lot of people that really need this forgiveness, man. If you forgive them, then it'll be so much better, because you go home, and you thinking that they thinking about you, but nah, it's just those words are just sticking with you. But if you forgive it, those words can get out of your mind. You can go one ear out the other instead of going inside your heart. You can forgive them and let that come out of your heart. You feel me? It's about you. It ain't about them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be them. If they evil, they gonna be evil. But if you forgive them, it can get out of your heart, and then you'll be straight. You feel me? I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it's okay though. But man, y'all have a blessed one, and if y'all need help or anything, y'all can message me, y'all can email me, whatever, man. Y'all have a blessed one. I send y'all peace in Jesus' name. I give God all the glory for this video, because I can't do it without him. Peace.